Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yeah, we at 1K. We finally got there. I'd like to say thank you to everybody, man, who subscribed, who shared the videos, who's commented on the videos. It's because of you guys. It's because of you guys, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all, man. Shout out to yourself, man, for making the page grow. Now, Dennis Rodman came out basically saying Shaq is hating and mad at him because he used to lock Shaq down. And I love how the analysts would go into numbers. Well, Shaq averaged 26 while Rodman averaged... Yeah, Shaq averaged 26 because Shaq was a scorer. All he did was bully ball, knock guys over and dunk all the time. But Dennis Rodman stopped all that. Shaq tried to dip his shoulder and Rodman just blocked it. This is when this is when I knew Rodman was a way better player than Shaq. When I saw him in the Eastern Conference, I think it was the semis. They played. The year after Orlando went to the championship. Dennis Rodman shut Shaq down in that game. He made Shaq's life difficult. Horace Grant was hurt. I don't know if Horace played that game. I know he played injured for a little bit and then he didn't play the game. Rodman just took Shaq out of it. Pippen and Jordan and Harper, those guys were all over Penny. Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott couldn't really get the shots off they wanted because when Dennis Rodman came on the team, he allowed the Bulls to be able to play a style of basketball where they could D everybody up. Rodman became my third greatest player of all time. He was like my second because I had Akeem as my number one back then. And because Duncan didn't come yet, but those two guys, Rodman and Akeem Olajuwon, to me were the best players in the league. Rodman was probably the best specialist. He was a great specialist because what he did was better than what most guys did, like scoring the ball. He would get rebounds. He would average 30 damn rebounds or 20-some rebounds, and he would have 5 or 6 points. But when he would be left open, from the mid-range or whatever, from the three, Rodman would knock those shots down. If Rodman wanted to, Rodman could have averaged 15 or 20-some points a game. That's what people fail to realize. They don't understand how gifted Rodman was. They just think, all Rodman did was rebound. No, that wasn't the only thing he did. Rodman could pass. Rodman could run the triangle. Because you got to remember, triangle was made for a center. So what they did was they would have Michael run it or they would have Rodman get it. They would have Rodman bring guys over and pull them out of the paint so then Mike could have his way. He could get the ball in certain spots, and you're not stopping Michael from scoring at all. So that's how it is. And he also talked about Alonzo Mourning, saying he just used to get in Alonzo Mourning's head, which he did. He used to piss Alonzo off. He pissed Jason Williams off. Rodman used to get in those guys' head. Karl Malone, that's how he would take them out the game. He would get in their head, play mind games with them. They didn't know how to handle that. They didn't know how to fathom how to handle Rodman doing these things. You know, they would think it was a cheap trick or something. It's like, no, it's not a cheap trick. Rodman mentally knows how to get under your skin. And when you have a gift that great, you know, it does wonders. It's like, wow. You know, it's like, wow, this guy's really that great. And it's like, yeah, he is. Rodman was always great. It's like he used to score in Detroit. It's just that when he got to San Antonio, he really was like, you know what? I'm just not going to score. I'll just do this things. And that's why David Robinson, it took him a long time to win until Duncan got there. Because David Robinson in the fourth quarter would be spent and he would lose heart in the fourth quarter. Wilt Chamberlain would say it. Great player, talented, very skill-wise, but in the fourth quarter, he loses heart. And Shaq, you know, he would say about Shaq, you know, Shaq was just physical. Like, he didn't really have any, you know, he didn't really have any good footwork. You know, and then I remember when Wilt and Rodman went at it and stuff, you know, Wilt talking about what Rodman was doing, wearing tats and all this stuff. Rodman would diss Wilt Chamberlain right back, like, man, you ain't it and all that, you just jealous and stuff, old and bitter. And, you know, that's what Dennis Rodman would say. And it's sort of like the new players today. Rodman's doing the same thing Wilt was doing to him back in the 90s. You know, and it's like people don't understand when him getting them tattoos and having the hair what he had it and stuff. You know, that's why I tell people you should never be a role model of a ball player. You ought to be, your parents ought to be your role model. But Rodman basically shut those guys down. He shut down damn near everybody. He would give Hakeem Olajuwon trouble. He would give Hakeem trouble. He would do all type of things with Hakeem. But Hakeem would find ways to beat him. Like, Hakeem was very tough. That's why I told people, you know, Michael was a great player. He was very skilled. But I just would have Hakeem Olajuwon over Mike. That was just how I felt from watching the game. Being a basketball, I was a basketball head growing up. So I was just being honest. Now, Shaq is just a bitter, mad hater. He's just mad because Rodman really did used to shut him down. Rodman is telling the truth. Shaq could not do anything with Dennis Rodman. Rodman would be D'ing him up. Rodman would put his hands around his head doing this to him, messing with Shaq. Like, he would be grabbing Karl Malone's sack. Malone be about to beat his butt, dog. Malone be about ready to knock him out. And it's like, hey, I can't blame him. Can't blame him at all. So, you know, I want to give a shout out to Carcino for Life, man. Thank you, man, for your support. Thank you for you know, just loving what I do, man, and respecting, you know, my grind, because I respect yours like to the highest. Shout out to my boy Lobo, L0B0, man. Your talks, man, and the positivity, man, that you always enamored to me is much love, my brother, man. I really appreciate it. Like I tell you all the time, I mean, you've helped me out so much, man, like just by being a supporter and just, you know, helping me get to where I got to get to, you feel me? you know. And I feel you, man. I really appreciate everything, man, that you do. You know, your page is nice, man. Your page is on point. Keep doing your thing, man. Shout out to Lil Strictly, man. That's my little brother for real. That's somebody who I respect a lot, because Strictly, you know, he wants to work. He wants to, you know, he wants to be successful. He want to continue being great, which I respect. Make sure y'all go to him, man. I got much love for those guys that I just mentioned. Shout out to Buttzilla, Buttzilla. Man, you be having my Twitter rolling, boy. You be having the Twitter on point. Have me laughing, boy. I love the posts that you do, man. I love the channel, man. Keep doing your thing, Buttzilla, man. Much respect to you, man. And I love how he breaks down the games and has the highlights of old games. Who else? Shout out to shoot, you guys are the main ones, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Much love to y'all. Y'all keep grinding. But back to what I was saying, Rodman has, in my opinion, what Rodman has done, Rodman has, you know, he was that guy, man. He did his job. He dominated the game from a specialist standpoint. We've never seen a specialist like Dennis Rodman dominate at one particular thing. He could block shots, you know, he can also rebound. You know, the guy was amazing, man. I mean, I'm telling you, the guy just used to dominate the boards like night in, night out, and he had crazy energy. But yeah, tell me what you guys think, man. I got Rodman's side. I believe what he said, and you know, he was being real about it. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you do love what you hear, you can go to my description box. You can hit the link. It'll take you right to my Cash App, and you can donate $1 or donate $1 million. Thank you guys for listening, and much love to y'all. We out, man. We at 1K. Now we going for 10K. We out. Deezy.